happening, water signs? This is your girl, Venus Archangel here. I know this video is going to be late. I know it, but I'm going to be posting a crap ton of videos following this. So stay tuned as for the rest of the videos that will be popping up. But as always, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. This will be your daily love reading for the 30th of October. Tuesday that just passed, yes. But yes, technically today will be Wednesday when I upload this video, so be sure to go ahead and take advantage of the sale that I've got going on that ends today. All right, this is the last day, and I want y'all to be able to get in all your readings and all that goodness, so that way you guys can get some sort of information for the remainder of this Venus retrograde that we are still going through. All right, but as always, y'all, be sure to check the description box below for anything regarding your placements if you're unsure of them. And please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that's perfectly fine because it's not meant to be resonating. Reservation. What is going on here? Was that oh my god, I can't even speak, y'all. Oh my goodness, I can't even speak. How am I going to do the next couple days worth of videos? I don't know. We're going to find out because I'm crazy. Had coffee and it's kicking in. I don't know why it kicks in later. Every time. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what's happening. Ooh, the sun. Ooh. Also, happy birthday, Scorpios out there. Happy birthday. Just want to say it again. I won't be, I will forget because obviously it's going to be, these are dailies, and I may forget to say it every day, but when I do remember, because I know all y'all experiencing birthdays. I know I got my little cousin's birthday coming up on the 3rd of November, so I want to say happy birthday. But yeah. Oh, wow. Jeez. All right, so, oh my gosh, what is going, Cancer? Is this you guys? No, I'm just kidding. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What is going on? Now, you know what I'm going to say. You better leave some sort of comment in the description box, because you guys got some stuff going on here that has something to do with some divine couple energy. This is the divine couple here. Okay, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I wanted to know why you guys had the emperor coming up, right? What's this about taking control? Because this is something regarding some sort of creating with somebody that is a divine feminine, someone that you see as your better half, or you're seen as your partner, someone that you could you connect with. And what do you guys have in this reading right now? Justice, the devil. And the middle smack dab in the fucking middle here is the sun. Now you got 2 10s in this reading. Pretty damn powerful. And then on top of that, you got you have the hermit and the oh my god. We're gonna work through this. We're gonna talk this through. Now, the Emperor being the heart of the underlying energy, the underlying energy of your reading with the Empress coming up. We're gonna just ignore the Empress for a second. The Emperor talks about taking control, feeling empowered, feeling like you have all the control in the world. Getting your power back. Most importantly, just knowing where you have the control in your life, right? This is also about action, taking action, doing things, right? Because at one period you may have been a little bit more passive, a little bit more creative, a little bit more, divine, feminine, and kept to yourself. But this right now, this is about taking action. Because you know what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and you're gonna have to trim the fat on that. You know what I mean? You feel me? You're going to be your own butcher today. Or you had to be your own butcher today, pretty much. Now, the situation is this. It's clear as day. The situation is this. It's clear as day. The heart of your reading has got the sun. So things are way more apparent. The path to happiness is very much visible. And you got a connection here that is just intense. However, I do get this feeling that there is obviously some things that are keeping you from getting to where you want to be, right? Everything has some sort of crazy obstacle that we got to go through as human beings in this path that we call life, or this journey that we call life, rather. We always got to go through some sort of crazy journey to learn some sort of lesson to be prepared for what it is that we've been trying to get to at the first place. And what we were trying to get to, right? has obstacles to it, and this obstacle has to do with a burden that you guys may be carrying. Now the Emperor to me does kind of scream pride, because he's very proud of his actions, proud of himself. He knows himself, he knows what works, he's good at his strategies, and this is really this is kind of, he can be stubborn, right? But it's because he's too proud. He's very proud, right? Empress, she's a little more humble. She's nurturing. She's loving. And then, like I said, I feel like at one period of time, you guys were humble and patient. Now, this is all about getting it done. You're no longer having patience. You're not taking no for an answer. You're doing what you're doing, and that's it. And I feel like for some of you guys, you may be dealing with somebody like this, or you found your divine masculine energy if you've been the feminine energy, or vice versa. You guys are kicking in, and something's going on with this energy, right? But either way, it's just very soulmatey. But you got a burden that's very apparent right now, and it's like, so this whole situation, the obstacle is about this burden. You're gonna put it down. This is something you're gonna willing to put away. Now, like I said, the Empress came up in this reading, and with the Devil and the Justice card, there may have been some sort of codependency situation, and I feel like that may be some of the burden, right? Recognizing that one period of time there was some things that you were taking care of that you may shouldn't have, because it's too much on your plate, and the other person was doing their fair share. Now I feel like that's the thing. I think that period has passed. It's now some sort of other burden that you kind of are keeping to yourself. Some burden that's personal, no longer necessarily a codependent issue, but maybe a tendency or a behavior that that you may end up going back to because there's something that you're used to, and that stubbornness can kind of get in the way sometimes. But this is the new you. This is about taking your power back. So this is about changing your behavior in a sense. But I feel like this is putting ends to ends, right? But again, this is about a soulmate relationship too. I don't think this is a breakup. You have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Wands here. Don't think this is a breakup, but there's some sort of situation, there's some sort of dynamic in this relationship that's definitely coming to a close. Like I said, the Justice card is in your past energy. So you got some stuff that's coming up. Maybe there was an apology, some things that were, misaligned and out of balance. But the karma was definitely being doing its thing. Karma was like, hey, we gotta balance some stuff out. We gotta make some things right. And I feel like for some of you guys right now, especially with there may have been some balance stuff that needed to be happening, some divorce, or maybe even getting married for some of you guys, right? But this also can indicate there's just some things just needed to be sorted out. Some things needed to be, sorted, and not necessarily polished or anything like that, but just definitely, had a proper balance where everybody felt like there was an equal, contribution and all that. There was also perhaps some accountability of one's actions that were definitely taken here. But you got number 11. Now the Justice card here has the not soulmate, but the twin flame number 11 here. I hope you all see that. And you have the divine feminine and divine masculine in this reading. That's a really big flag there. Now there may have been a little bit of a go and a little bit of of comeback, a little chaser, a little runner kind of dynamic. I kind of getting this feeling here. The obstacle could be that there may be just too many tasks, and not enough, breakage from that true, being you and having the freedom that you need to be able to go after what it is that you want, which is why that burden is there. But like I said before, I think there's some things that were not really balanced out, which leads us to the Hermit energy in your present, which talks about, finding the answers that you're looking for. There's there's some reason why this Ten of Wands is the Ten of Wands. Why the situation, because it's still at the end of the cycle, but why this is a burden. Why this is something that you have, that is, tasking for you. Right? There may be a bit of, retraction, maybe some retreating. So maybe you're taking some time out for yourself to really figure that out. You maybe distance yourself from people, distance yourself from everybody. But I feel like this is really to figure out why the hell this Ten of Wands is causing you so much stress, causing you so much worry. Or not necessarily worry, but just like making you feel like you can't do more than, and you can't do anything extra. I'm going to go ahead and clarify the Hermit that's coming up here. as to why you guys have this, or what you guys, you know, get any more additional information with the Hermit. Oh, the Eight of Pentacles. What you're focusing on. Why is the Eight of Pentacles coming up? Because of the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. This is building blocks, y'all. Oh, I understand. So I feel like you guys got a second chance at something. And now this relation, you know, I feel it's basically a relationship. Some of you guys, it's not a relationship. I'm sorry, but this is kind of what I'm getting from this reading. Like I said in the very beginning, may not resonate with everybody, but I feel like this is another opportunity for you guys in love. And I feel like this may be with somebody either that you know or someone completely new. It doesn't have to be someone you don't know. It could be someone completely new. Either way, you obviously have a very deep connection with this individual. Now, if there's something that came to be, some sort of balance, some sort of dynamic that definitely settled, right? Something that's corrected in itself. But there's something here personally that kind of is definitely going to require you to have more, not necessarily have courage, but this is about, I feel like this is about, obviously about you and what you're trying to build. Whatever you're focusing on creating or building here. Because the Eight of Pentacles is about, is about focusing on working and, and focusing on a certain task. And the Hermit is like, the Hermit is soul searching. This is a deeper look into, the soul, as, finding answers with that only you can answer, right? Or, finding, answers to questions only you can answer, right? So, it has something to do with this Ten of Wands, obviously, right? The burdens, the overburdened with responsibilities and commitments. There may be some things that you're doing, like I said, that only you can answer as to why you're doing so much. But I feel like that comes to some sort of head here with the Ten of Cups, because you have more of a harmonious and a little bit more of a balanced outcome. I feel like you could come to terms with, either giving up some of this and not being so stubborn, so you can at least feel like you can take on more things, so you can go back to doing what's more important to you, that you can go back to focusing. Because right now, I feel like right now with this Ten of Wands, it's like, it's just, there's a lot going on for you, and you can't really focus on anything but that. The Devil is coming up as your goal, aim, ambition. You got two cards in here that indicate karma. Now, the Devil, like I said, has to do with behaviors and addictions, and it can also indicate feeling trapped, feeling stuck. But it's because you don't feel like you're in power, you're in control of your environment, control of the situation around you. But the thing is, the whole focus is about putting the power back into your hands. Recognizing that the power never was snatched from you in the first place, but you have to recognize, even when in a time where you don't feel like there was any sort of way you could do anything differently, you have all the power and still do. Had all the power and still do. Right now, it's about with control, taking control of yourself. Because right now, you may be trying to handle everything, trying to control everything, and then that may be the situation, right? You may see the path of happiness, but you can't control everything doing it. And right now, even though you're trying to build something, to a great degree, you may have to divvy some of the responsibility. You had justice in the past here. There was obviously some accountability, some structure, some sort of change in the dynamic where it's more balanced, or there was there's a structural thing, and you may be in hiding because it's hard for you, or not necessarily in hiding, or you have to kind of figure out how to just accept that, hey, you can't do everything, or you don't have to do everything. You can do everything, but should you? That's a different story. Like I've said before, in a lot of the readings I do when the Empress comes up, is that she's very independent. She's a creator. She can do whatever she wants. She can do it on her own. But should she be doing it? Because she's pregnant. Should she be doing stuff? Should she be doing the heavy lifting? Hell no. Probably not. She go up, mess her back up, cause herself more pain and everything. Should she be doing that? No. But it's not that she can't do it. It's about should she be doing it, especially if this is regarding a relationship. Allow yourself to just break a little bit of that bread and give it to someone else. You don't have to have the whole cake to yourself, and then at the same time you feel like it's more equally contributed because you're coming from a place of balance. And I feel like if you want to maintain this balance, you definitely don't want to be tackling stuff on your own. And I feel like that's the opposite. Everything's clear. Nothing is confusing. Nothing is a disillusion. Yet the thing is that everything is being illuminated. It's at the very center. And the devil card is coming up saying there's some sort of clinging on. Some sort of Klingon. Not Klingon, but like some sort of old behavior. And it may have to do with control. It may have to do with you just feel more secure and safe with that habit, but it's not doing you any favors. It's doing you the opposite. It's causing you a lot more, causing you a lot more of a headache than it does you getting the job done. Now, for some of you guys, it may be saying that you may need to take up some of the slack. But I don't think that's the case. I feel like it may have to do with, oh my goodness, you have peace, and that's 23. That's what I was saying. Like, I think this is having to do with, just letting someone else help you, letting someone else be, get in the mix, right? Maybe there's just it's not feeling powerless, not just feeling powerless. Maybe you have been feeling powerless, which is why this is all coming up. But I feel like allow people to help you gain this peace, just being at peace with the situation, coming to terms with something. Forgiving and moving forward, just letting things be. Peace the only way for you to have peace is to have acceptance. And I feel that's what I'm saying. The Hermit, I feel like right now is acceptance. Coming to terms with, hey, you don't have to do this thing on your own. You don't have to build a beautiful ass relationship with this individual that you find an amazing person alone. Because where you're headed right now could be very toxic because you're not letting the person in, you're not letting the person help you. But the thing is, I feel like you already have discussed this with your partner, or something, right? Something came into place where you now have a certain dynamic, but it's coming to terms with it, recognizing what's been triggering you as to why you have this burden and why it's triggering you so much that someone's touching your workload. You know what I mean? Because right now, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do it all alone. It's okay to have someone help you. There's nothing wrong with interdependence, right? Codependence is a thing that's not necessarily beneficial for anybody, even the person that's helping. But it's definitely, interdependence is different, right? Because you can trust people with your things and then give back. It's a perfect flow and balance. And that's what Ten of Cups is coming up, peace and happiness, because you got a flow going on. It's hard to relinquish, power and control. Well, it's hard to relinquish control, period. Because when you know that you have it, you can have that sense of, stability. But it also adds on stress. Ten of Wands, right? You got everything. You made it happen. That's just all your work. But that's still a lot on you, right? And sometimes, right, you can still get to success and greatness and happiness by leaning on somebody, by letting someone have some of these logs and carry it home with you. Or maybe there's help around you that you don't notice. So don't be too proud, water signs. Okay, let your boo in there, because they think this person is for real. Like they really want to get in. I feel like this, if you allow them to, they will, but you got to give them a chance. All right, and if this is you, the opposite person, right? If you're the one that wants to help the other person out and they're just doing this stuff on their own, you want to be just patient with them, right? Just give them time. Because this is this is what they have, a reason for why they're holding on to these burdens. So, you may have to just be a little patient at this moment. They're stubborn. They're not trying to hear it. Just be the empress, right? Okay, do what you need to do. I'm going to be here when you need me. That's all you can do, right? So, yeah, I'm going to let y'all go. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for the rest of the readings that will be coming up soon. And I love y'all to death. See you later. Bye now.